yet. Let's see. Let's go to my channel. Okay,
I just got notified.
Okay, I can't get into my chat. How do I get into my chat? Here we go. This is it right now.
It's okay. It's on.
Alright. Alright. Yo, what is going on? What's going on, YouTube? All right. All right. Nope. We have one person in and one person left. All right. Yippers. All right. Just chill and wait. I know she does that all the time. Using my phone. All right, yo, what's up, Girl Me's? How's it going, everybody? I'll give it a few minutes, man. Let everybody come in for a minute. I got to address a few things before we get to the topic for today, and that's going to be DWC is what we're going to talk about today, guys. Yeah, definitely. I got to address a few things, guys. I did a real big no-no, and I did it on my last live, guys. Bear with me, guys, because I'm brand new at my giveaways. So here's what I did. I'll tell you guys right now. Here's what I did. So, hey, how's it going, Jaden? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in. I just gotta get this out real quick, guys, and then we can continue with our topic. So, what I did is that on my last live for my giveaway, I wasn't sure. Like the legal ways around. Like, I just wanted to protect myself legally. So what I did was, if you were a winner on my giveaway, I would ask for an ID, guys, and I guess that's a big no-no. I shouldn't have done that. I did some more research into it, and then I realized, yep, I shouldn't have done that. So I greatly apologize to those winners. If you guys are in here right now in live chat, hey Sleepy, how's it going? If you guys are in chat right now, I greatly apologize. Just reach out to me after the live with an address, and I'll send you out your pack. You know who you are, both of you. If you guys won. So yeah, that's what I did, guys. So instead of using a disclaimer and stuff like that, I turned around and was asking for an ID, and I shouldn't have done that. So I greatly apologize for that, and I will not be doing that ever again. I will be having a giveaway now on this live, guys. And we'll have it's called the Ruderalis Rex pack right here, guys. And then I'll tell you everything that's in it. It's pretty cool. Just my little way of saying thank you back to the community and stuff like that, guys. It comes with some stickers, my Ruderalis Rex stickers here. I got some other stickers, a keychain. It's got a wristband, and then it comes with 6 magic beans, guys. And that's and if you guys know what I mean by that, I don't want to get flagged by YouTube for saying the wrong thing there. So I call them magic beans. So and that's what comes in the pack. So I'll be doing that, and then I'll be doing a disclaimer before the giveaway, and stuff like that, guys. So, yep, I just wanted to reach out and just just tell you guys, hey, I screwed up, but hopefully we can all get past this, and then I could just move on track and just have a good time with you guys, man. So today's topic, guys, is going to be DWC. So for those that you don't know what DWC is, it's going to be deep water culture. All right, so for deep water culture, guys, a lot of people, there's different styles of deep water culture. You've got let's see, which ones were there? I mean, you got your raft, where it's like, or your ebb and flow. You got your ebb and flow. Then you have your raft style DWC, where they're like, your plants are almost on like little bit. Yo, Sleeves. Hey, thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for coming in. All right, how's it going? Oh, real quick, Sleeves, since you're here right now, I was telling everybody right now that's in live chat, that I screwed up on my last live, guys, because what I did was, for the winners, I was asking for ID, and I shouldn't have. And I thought in my head, I was like, well, that's like, what's the best thing, to verify somebody's age? I wanted to make sure I wasn't giving it to a minor. So in my head, I thought, hey, an ID would work, but it turns out I did some research, and that's super sketch, and I truly apologize. So Sleeves, if you can reach out to, I don't know, I guess who you knew one of the winners, I guess, what was it, Sammy? I don't know if you could reach back out to them and just tell them to reach out to me again, maybe, and then just get to give me an address, to where I can, where I can send it to them and stuff like that. So I can just clear that. I just want to clear the air on that. I'll be doing a disclaimer now, because I found out you could just do a disclaimer. So I'll be doing a disclaimer for the giveaways, and yeah, please, just let everyone know I screwed up. I'm new at this. Sorry. I thought in my head, I was like, hey, that's the next best thing, is ask for somebody's ID. That way you'll know for sure. But I didn't truly think about it through. So it turns out, it is super sketch. Sorry. I apologize. I apologize, cannabis community, everyone out there. So if you are out there with the winners, I think it was some Sammy, and that'd be a ghost grower. I'm not sure if it was ghost grower. If you're out there, just reach back out to me, guys, and I'll make it right. And then for everyone else that's joining in now, yep, I'll have another giveaway now later on this live, but I'll be doing a disclaimer though this time. So so things will turn out a little better. Yep. So enough of that. All right, back to the topic. All right, so DWC, guys. So for those of you that don't know what DWC is it's just going to be your plant that's going to be submerged into an oxygen nutrient rich solution, and in that, it's got, I mean, depending on what size you do, usually you would want to run like a 5-gallon, that's like usually the beginner doing a 5-gallon bucket DWC, with your air pump, with the air stone, with your clay balls, exactly what I'm running. If you guys look on my channel and see what I got going on, I got my DWC going right now, which is pretty good. It's so root immersion, it's when the roots are immersed in a oxygen nutrient rich solution. That's where it lives. There's no soil, nothing, no cocoa, no, it's just pure hydroponics. And to me, that's super fascinating, because I really didn't know much about DWC until, about maybe a year ago. I was doing a bunch of research and was looking into it. But at that time, a year ago, I couldn't do DWC because it was pretty costly to do it. And I won't lie to you guys, it's pretty, DWC can add up spending wise, money. You can definitely pay a lot doing doing a DWC run, but I think the benefits from it are even greater. I mean, the terp production is fabulous on there. The growth is explosive, guys. I mean, if you throw an autoflower in there, I mean, you watch that sucker just, I mean, watch my videos and you can see right now I have a Moby Dick growing right now, Moby Dick Auto. And it's what, day 21, I think today. And she is just getting bushy on me. She's growing fast. I mean, I can't believe the fast the growth rate, you know, on a DWC, which is it's pretty badass. I like it. Yeah, and also with, you know, with the more volume of water you have what's called thermal stability. So the, you know, the temperature in there is not going to fluctuate too much like a soil would. You know how your soil would get warm, you know, during the day because your light's on there, you haven't watered, but in the morning when you water, or at night when you water, you'll drop that temperature in your soil, so you'll have those fluctuations. Yeah. Oh, you're very right, Sleeves. Yes, DWC. Yes, it is scary. If you watch on my channel, if you see my videos there, you'll see that I immediately with this one right here, Moby Dick, I had trouble with deficiencies on it, and I figured it out. It was actually CalMag. I was actually having an actual CalMag problem. When I plugged in my numbers and my ppms and my EC into ChatGPT, it had told me, because my water temps were pretty warm and it was still young, that the roots, it was basically pretending to have a pH lockout. What it was doing. And yeah, and so yeah, so that's what I thought until it kept having deficiencies, and then finally I was like, you know what, screw this, I'm gonna put some CalMag in there. So I calculated for 3.5 gallons of water, because I mean it's a 5-gallon bucket, but I have 3.5 gallons of water in it right now. I have it like almost like the crack key method. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that, and you would use that in a jar. So real quick, the crack key method would be, you would have a jar, and with no air pump, no air stone, and you would have your net pot in there, and you would put, like, you know, your rock wool or whatever plant you would have in there in a rock wool, and you would set it in your net pot, and you would let the roots come out a little bit and then submerge into the water, and you would have nutrients in the water, of course, but you would leave it there. It wouldn't have no oxygenation or anything like that, except for that little gap that you would put from the roots to where it touches into the water. You know, you'd leave an inch, maybe an inch and a half. That's the crack key method. That's how you would grow on that. So that's kind of what I did with my 5-gallon right now, and they seem to love that. They respond way better with that. It's more oxygen for them. I've got 2 air stones going, because when I bought my DWC kit, I bought the recirculating one. So the top of it should be recirculating nutrients and pouring back down through the clay pebbles, and onto the roots, that way. But I disengaged that. I took that off, and I just put in another air stone. So I put double the air intake into the bucket, and they seem to be thriving. They love it. So definitely watch those videos. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Yeah. So, you know, DWC, yes, can be very, very scary. I mean, if you do have temp fluctuations, God, it sucks. Like, well, not so much if it heats up. So if it's too cold, it's you got to buy yourself a heater to put into there, and you know that's going to cost money. But there's cheaper methods if you're trying to cool it back down. You can always freeze a water bottle. And you know, throw it in there and let it come back down to temp with the water bottle. Yeah, there's cheaper ways to cool it down than more. So you'd hope that you would have to cool it down, then heat it up, because heat it up you'd have to go buy a heater, and then that's electricity, because those things they suck some wattages sometimes. Yeah. And then we, you know. So basically, the core principles in DWC are going to be your root immersion, your oxygenation. You got to have oxygenation in there. Your direct nutrient access, because it's already you already have the nutrient in the solution in the water mixed all together already. It's in there, and it's direct for them. They can uptake anything they need anytime they want, when they're thirsty, when they're hungry, which is pretty cool. So, you know, you don't really have to keep an eye on that. What you do have to keep an eye on is your pH fluctuations. That pH, it loves to jump for some reason. And it's, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bitch and a half to get it stable. But once you do, it's, yeah, then you're on point. Then it's an easy ride from there. Well, easy-ish ride from there, until you come up with the next deficiency, because they show pretty damn quick. If there's a problem, if they don't like something, they will definitely tell you almost instantly. Yeah. So your core principles, you got your root immersion, you got your oxygenation, your direct nutrient access, and thermal stability. You gotta have the thermal stability. Just, and you wouldn't have to worry so much with large volumes of water, like I said. And I'm not, really not sure quite what the science is behind that, but it's actually pretty cool. It's interesting. Okay, and then you got your key components in your DWC, which are going to be your reservoir, what holds your bucket that holds all your water, your nutrient solution in. You got your air pump and your air stone. You got to have a good one. You got to make sure it's a pretty damn good one. And it's usually like, oh man, I want to say, what is it? Maybe 5 liters per minute or something like that. If it could do 5 liters per minute or 25 gallons an hour up to, and it can pump air into those, you want a pretty damn good pump, basically. And in your net pot, with your clay balls and all that hold, that's like the lid, basically. It's going to be the top of the lid with your clay balls and all that, your net pot. Those are your key components. And like I said, there's different DWC styles. You got your standard, which I run, and that's beginner friendly. And thank God, because I'm like, well, I mean, that's pretty tough right now what I'm doing, because this is my first time running DWC. But I'm enjoying it. It's been fun. I love a challenge. It's been great. Trying to pinpoint, deficiencies, like right off the bat. I had a deficiency, so that was fun trying to pinpoint that. That was pretty cool, and got it under control. So now we're good, and especially because they're autos, they're usually finicky, and once you mess them up too much, there's no going back. Then they're too stunted, and then you got to get rid of them. Autos. A lot of people hate on autos, but I love them, guys. I love them, honestly. It's such a good challenge for me to grow. Just to always try to be on point. I love that. I always try to be on point. I always document everything. I always write everything down every day. I pH. Well, okay, sorry, not every day. Some days I'll leave it alone because I'll know already that it's pH to a certain range, and stuff like that. But most of the time, yeah, I'm in there. I'm pHing like twice a day. And then I'm making sure my ppms and my EC are in range, so I'm not giving overfeeding or underfeeding. So it's definitely been interesting and a science. It felt like almost like a chemistry lab almost, because I've got to weigh out all my nutrients, and then they eat so much out of what I've given them already, and then it's up to me to figure out, okay, how much did I feed them, how much have they eaten from that, and then now how much do I need to put back in there without going over on my ppms or my EC, and putting them into pH lockout or nutrient burn, burning the hell out of them and stuff like that, which I don't want to do that. So yeah. You have your RDWC, that's the recirculating one. That's actually the one that I have here too as well. I have it on top, the irrigation system on the top, but I disengaged that and made it a double air stone in there to get double the air oxygen in there. And then you have your raft DWC, which is pretty cool. It's just plants growing on floating rafts basically, and the roots just dangle in the solution. Which is pretty cool. But I think that's more type for herbs and spices, things like that. I don't not fruiting flowers or anything like that. I wouldn't assume that would be good for that. I mean, I don't know. I haven't grown that. I don't know anything about the raft DWC part. I mean, I could be wrong. You could probably grow a sick cannabis plant from that. Maybe not. I have no idea. Yeah, definitely. Sounds like, yeah, it is a ton of work. It's a ton of work. Um, I, it's definitely not for the lazy. Like, because usually like living soil, you can, well, even living soil, you got to keep up on it. You got to make sure, because you got living organisms in there. I guess in any grow style, you I guess you can only be so lazy somewhat, or so much, until you have to start actually doing something. With WWC, it's a lot more. Um, and DWC, you got fresh water like every 7 to 10 days. I got to change it out. Fresh water, give it fresh RO water, and then I got to go through the whole list again. Now, if it's still in range within veg, the age, I'll give it silica and then a CalMag, and then hit it with the hydroponics, General Hydroponics Flora series, with the grow micro, the grow, and the bloom. I'll hit it with that. That's what I've been feeding it, so synthetics. And then I'll hit it with some Hydroguard, some Bacillus, if I'm saying that right. I'll hit it with some of that to inoculate the roots. Um, it'll help. It's like good bacteria, I think, for the roots. Helps them intake nutrients and stuff like that. So it's very beneficial for it, and I think it helps prevent root rot, which we don't want. We don't want root rot or algae growing or anything like that. Now, I'm not really sure if it stops algae or not, but I have clay balls in a black bucket, so I think that's good right there. I think it blocks out majority of the light, because I haven't seen any algae growing. Um, but yeah, let's. I wanted to go over pros and cons. Okay, let's do the pros and cons of DWC. Let's see. All right, so for pros, you got rapid growth. I mean rapid growth. That is that's for sure. They grow really fast, especially if they're really healthy and stuff like that. And and in DWC, the oxygenation of the roots improves the plant's absorption and increases cell growth rate within the plant. And this will result in higher yields. You'll get higher yields, and then better terp production, better terpenes. Definitely got to save the terps. That's my. I don't really care so much about THC. I've smoked some THC that was 18% that knocked me on my ass. So it's all about terps. I think terps, bag of pill, stuff like that too. Definitely. Another benefit is that they're typically low maintenance, and what I mean by that is once you get it going, once you get it dialed in, then it is. Then it's just a walk in the park. You just gotta check on it here and there, and just make sure you're not going over, under. Make sure you got plenty of water. You got to check to see how much they're drinking. So it's just a quick look every day. Give it a quick glance if you have it dialed in. Now, if you don't, DWC is going to be a nightmare because you're not going to know what to do. You're not going to know, okay, do I add this on top of this? But then if you mix certain nutrients together when it's already mixed, it can block out some of the nutrients already that's in there, causing two chemical reactions, and then the nutrients don't do anything for you except causing you more damage, more concentration into the solution itself. Because and that's what tends to happen too in DWC. So as they drink and the water level goes down, well, so does the concentration. Now the concentration, it goes up of nutrients. It tends to, your ppms will rise a little bit, and so will your EC. And that's because it gets more concentrated the more less water that's in there. So it's always good to stay on top of it, to make sure you always got, like, I'm dialed in on the 3.5 gallons. That plant's been doing great at 3.5. So I've just been keeping it right at 3.5. I've even marked the water level, so I know if I go under, just to fill it right back up with some more, and then make sure I pH it. Definitely got to stay in range with the pH, because it loves, the pH loves to fluctuate. It loves to go up, down, left, right. Yeah, and then let's see. What's another pro about it? Let's see here. We've got DWC is more stable with the water temps. So that's That's plus. You don't really have to worry about it freezing or overheating. Well, if it does overheat, you know, I guess you could put a frozen water bottle in there. It'll bring down the temps right to where you need it, and then just take the water bottle out, throw it right back in the freezer, and let it freeze up again. But by then, those temps should rise up to there again, and that would be frozen once again. And then you can just, you know, have that cycle, or just have two water bottles frozen at the same time, so you could just, you know, do it perpetually, just recirculate each one as it happens. Yeah. I mean, you've got, let's see. So I don't know, as far as resistance, I don't know if it makes the plant more resistant to like pests or diseases. I think that's more genetics. I want to say that would lean on more of the genetics to do that. But I don't. But then again, I truly don't know about that part of it. And then you got your disadvantages of your DWC, and which is you know, if you don't provide constant aeration or oxygenation to your reservoir, you're going to get root rot real quick. You're going to get a super sick plant super fast, and they'll let you know. And it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a bitch and a half to come back and try to save it. And especially if you're growing on auto, some people, they just cut it down and start over, which, I mean, at that point, I don't blame you. If you screw up so many times, yeah, another no chance at fungus gnats. No, you know, I'm not sure. You know, like, well, since I've had my DWC, I haven't ran into any pest issues, like, at all, which is amazing. And I've seen a couple fruit flies in my room too, so I was like, oh shit, man, I might have gnats. But I've been checking everything. Yeah, under my leaves, everything has been smooth. Everything's been a smooth run. You know, we'll pray to God there that it stays like that. Just because this is my first time running DWC and then growing Moby Dick, so I should have did my homework a little bit better with the strain, because I did pick a tough one. I picked a tough one. It's not for beginners. And then because I picked a tough one and it's an auto, you know, but then again, I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Then, you know, I'm glad I did it, because it's a super challenge for me, and I love it. I love it. I definitely want a good yield at the end of harvest. So I got a whole bunch of other candidates going for that. Yeah, and sleeves, if you're still here, it's that STS project that I'm working on right now. Well, here we go again. That STS spray that I got is it's stressing that plant out. But it does look like it might be working, so I'm gonna wait, give it a couple more days, and then I'm gonna spray it down again. And it looks like it is working, so it might produce some sacs and give me some pollen, and yeah, and then I can start getting some seeds there, my S1 seeds, and then go from there, and then get some of that pollen and pollinate my other autoflower that I have. So I would get some F1 seeds, and then when I get F1 seeds, that's when I plan on having mass giveaways. So that's going to be real fun. So definitely stick around for that. Yeah, definitely. Yes, I know. My fingers are crossed, because I've been really trying hard at this. Trying to, you know, trying to get it to reverse, and make some seeds. I've been really trying hard. So, yep. So I hope so. All right. So, disadvantages of DWC. Roots. Oh, the roots can clog. The roots grow so fast, and they get into everything. So they'll chase the oxygen, you know, wherever it's more concentrated oxygen, that's where they're going to go. The roots, and so it can clog up your lines in there, especially if you have the recirculating one, because that'll have an empty line running in there, and that's easy enough for the roots to start growing inside. It clogs it up. You gotta pull it out, clean it out. It's a pain in the ass. So that sucks. pH control challenge. Yeah, oh my God. You know, like I was saying, the pH fluctuations, it goes up and down. It gives you a headache. You know, you definitely have to buy pH up and pH down, and have big bottles up, because you're going to be using, and I'm not going to say a whole bunch of it, but you're going to be using some of it, you know. to get it to the right zone and keep it stable. But like I said, once it is stable, it's a walk in the park. It's just like walking a dog. All you got to do is just make sure you're walking in a good direction and keep an eye out, and it is limited maintenance on that. That is very true. But and then what also sucks is the frequent nutrient changes. So every 7 to 10 days, you got to lug out that whole bucket out of your tent, dump it, put new. You got to, then here you go again. So because as soon as you put new nutrients in there in your water solution, in your RO water, you're gonna have pH fluctuations again until you get it stable. So once again, you're gonna be fighting with pH. Uh, Definitely sucks. So it's another downer about DWC. And space, space, especially depending on what you have. Like I'm running a 2x2, so in my 2x2, that's not much room. That's pretty much just the bucket, and that's it. But I got some other stuff going on in there for now, until it warms up outside enough to where I'm living, and then they're going to go outside and grow the rest of the way out in the sun. Fingers crossed that it works out the way I plan. Just because I don't have enough room in my DWC. But for most of you guys, some of you guys got 2x4s or 4x4s, or even a 10x10 or whatever, big tent and stuff like that. So you guys can kind of fit a few in there, but they take up room. Especially if you're using a 5-gallon bucket, they're bulky. You have a few of them in there, and it ends up taking up space. So that's another bummer about DWC. Space and setup. Yep, it takes it takes a little time to set everything up. It's not as a walk in the park as just putting in some soil, pHing it anywhere between 6 and 7 or 6.2, like the sweet spot everybody likes to do, and stuff like that. And then you just water, walk away, and let everything else do the job. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. Room runs out fast. Yep. Then putting it off because you know what, man? Hey, same here, man. I don't have much room, and I'm pretty poor too myself, man. So I like to recycle things too as much as I can. And if I could, I would definitely in my room right here, I would definitely get another big huge tent, so I could definitely have some more content. I would definitely do that. And like that, but I'm cheap as well. I just don't have the money, and even if I did, I'd think twice. I'd be like, well, I could probably use it somewhere else, and then I'd probably get guilty and feel bad if I even did buy it. Yeah, so that's a whole other road there, going down. Yeah, but it does take up space and stuff like that. So it sucks. It definitely sucks. And another bummer about DWC, it's costly. You know what I mean? I don't know if I probably said that in the beginning. It's definitely costly. I mean, you got your net pot, you got your clay balls, you got to pay for your water, unless you have your own water, your own RO system set up, or you have good clean water you can access. You got your nutrients that you have to constantly put in, so you're spending money on some nutrients. You got an air pump, your air lines, your air stones, your bucket, thermometer that you need. You got a pH pen. You got to buy pH up, pH down. You got to buy an EC or a ppm meter, because these are things you definitely need if you're going to run a DWC. And you definitely are going to need some either HydroGuard or peroxide, and that's to help you with root rot. Now, some people, you don't have much money, because HydroGuard can be a little bit on the pricey side. So if you don't have much money, you can go and use peroxide, which is only just a few bucks, and you can get a good sized bottle, the 3%er at the store, peroxide, and then I think it's like, I forgot how much it's, maybe 5 teaspoons or something per gallon or something. I don't know. It's something like that. You'd have to redo the research on that and figure out how much of the peroxide is per gallon of water that you're using in your DWC to help you prevent from root rot. But that's just what I listed there. I mean, that's quite a bit. That's quite a spendy. And then you have your DWC, the common mistakes that people make in DWC, and this is, I'm guilty, because in the beginning I already messed up, and I'm like, crap, I already had a deficiency, and here I was thinking that, believing ChatGPT, thinking that it was maybe the roots and the temperature of my water, and because it was small, seedling still, oh my gosh, and let me tell you, DWC, when starting a seedling to get the roots to touch the water, oh no, okay, nobody, I did all the research in the world, and I watched YouTube videos too on DWC. Not one person said that it was a bitch and a half to get roots into that water. Nobody said anything, which is hilarious, because I'm like, what the hell? I go and do it, and I'm like, it took me my second time. My lemon AK didn't grow roots, so I don't know if that was genetic or if that was my fault when I was doing the DWC. But now I got this one, and that was pretty. It was pretty crazy. I had to keep the rock wool constantly wet, which I was afraid of it drowning. But it didn't. The roots still kept going right out of the rock wool, and thank God it hit the water, and now I'm in the clear. So, yeah. So, crisis averted on that. But it is a pain. Is a pain in the ass to start a seedling and a DWC, but once you do, oh man, they take off. Speedy Gonzalez all the way, and you will see that rapid growth along with other things too, because everything happens so fast that you'll be able to see everything pretty damn quick too. All the deficiencies will come through quick, or if it's super healthy, you'll be able to notice, or it grows vigorously. Or it stays, lanky, or if you need to put your light down more, or put your light up more, different, hey, how's it going, Monkey Man? How you doing? Thanks for joining. All right, yeah. So, yeah, guys. So DWC, And so if I go back time and be like, if someone asked me, hey, would you do DWC again, or would you even start this one? Yes, as for the challenge, because I've never done it before, yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it now. I'm definitely doing it for the challenge. But I don't know if I would continue. I'm going to see after this run if I'm going to continue. I want to see the actual terp production on it and the yields. They're supposed to be phenomenal. So, yeah, I'm going to check that out, and then make a decision from there if I'm going to keep growing in DWC. Something tells me that I might, just because I'm enjoying getting the hang of this, that I might at least do one more run after this, DWC again. But it has its challenges, it definitely has its challenges. Yeah. Enter that giveaway, you got guaranteed one unless someone else enters. Which one here? Oh, you guys, should we do that? Yeah, you guys want to do that, that giveaway? I gotta read a disclaimer real quick though, guys. All right, let's see here. All right. All right. Well, do we have? Is it just you, Sleeves, that's in chat right now? Do we have more people in here? Can I even do the giveaway? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not seeing. I only see it says only one, so I'm only showing one in here. Yeah, no point unless someone enters. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So as soon as we get more people coming in here, a few more people joining in, we'll get down on that. All right, someone else joined in. All right, cool. Who else joined in? All right, awesome. Get ready, guys. I'm going to be doing a giveaway here. Just gonna read something here real quick, guys. All right, everyone. I'm doing a giveaway with this bundle, which includes merch, items, and magic beans. This giveaway is strictly for adults 21 and over only. By entering, you confirm that you are 21 and that it is legal for you, wherever you're at, to receive these magic beans at your location. Void where prohibited by law. And to enter, all you got to do is in chat right now, live chat, just type enter. That's it. Just type enter. That enters you in. And once you enter, I'll assign you guys a number. And once I assign you guys a number, I'll pull it from a hat. And we'll go from there. And then we'll have a winner. No purchase necessary, guys, at all. I'm not asking for no ID. I'm not asking for nothing. This giveaway is not sponsored, endorsed, or affiliated with YouTube at all. This is purely just me, guys, doing this. Okay. All right. So what we got? Let me write down real quick. Pause that. All right, we got Monkey. All right, Monkey, I'm assigning you 420. Your number is going to be 420. All right, it's going in the hat. All right, your number is going to be 420. Remember your number here. Well, I got it written down too here, but remember your number just in case if I forget it or something. But I don't think so. I got it written down right here. Okay, all right, sleeves. Wait, I forgot. I gotta ask, guys, cause sleeves, you said you were in New Zealand, right? You're not in America. Hey, Monkey, are you in America? Cause I don't know, it's gonna be pretty expensive for me to send it to New Zealand. If you're in New Zealand, I don't know if I can do that, sleeves. But Monkey, if you're in the United States, well, I appreciate you. Canada, you're in Canada. Well, okay, because I just I sent one out to Canada already. You know what? Screw it. You know, we'll do it, man. I could do Canada. You know, what about sleeves? New Zealand. I wonder how that's. I wonder if I could do New Zealand too. Sleeves, are you down to receive a Ruderalis pack? If I send you one, I think it's only you two guys, right? It's only you. If I'm wrong, let me know if I'm wrong. But I'm only seeing just you guys, just you two guys. It's not telling me who, but it's just showing two. So I'm assuming it's you guys. All right. Okay. That's just us, unfortunately. Okay, all right, cool. All right, well, no worries. All right, Monkey, you know what? We're not going to even pull from the hat, man. I'm just going to go ahead and hook you up with a Ruderalis Rex pack. In case you're unaware, real quick, I'll show you real fast what it is. You'll get, I'll show you here. You'll get a Ruderalis Rex sticker here. I got a sticker. I got some other stickers too. You get a wristband. Comes with a keychain, and then the grand finale here. It comes with 6 magic beans, and that's 6 of them. So, yep, that's the little Ruderalis Rex pack that I have right now, and I'm just a very small channel. I just started, guys. But you know, hopefully as I get bigger, I'll definitely have more options on my giveaways. You know, I'll have, you know, beanies, hoodies, grinders. I'll have, I mean, all kinds of little packs and stuff like that I'll make and do giveaways like that too, and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and write down right now. So Monkey, I'm gonna give you my email. Just reach out to me and give me a place where just give me an address, man, where I'm sending, where I'm gonna send you this pack. So give me a second here. Let me just type it in here. All right. Oh, it's a Colombian land race. Yep, you want a Colombian land race. That's That's what they are. So they'll get nice and big. They shoot up nice and big. My guess most likely is they're going to be sativas uh, around there. I mean, I definitely could be wrong, but yeah, yeah. But they're supposed to be Colombian landrace. So yeah, just reach out to me. Reach out to me, monkey. What is it? This message is held for review. What is it? All right, hold on. Give me a second there, guys. I wrote your email down. I'll hit you up. Yep. Okay, cool. Yep. Hit me up after the live and everything, and I'll get it out to you. Yeah. No worries. Nope. Thank you. Thank you for staying in my. Thank you for staying in my live. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys so much. That means a lot to me. Even though I only got 2 of you guys, but hey, hey, that's better than me just talking to nobody. I'll share your channel out, brother. Yeah, hey guys, I'm live every Thursday at 7 o'clock MST, Mountain Standard Time. Every Thursday at 7 o'clock. Yep, and then I do different topics. What did I talk about last time? Well, this topic was DWC, and then I'll have just random different topics, guys. That and maybe just everything that we run into in a grow. Some things that are challenging. I'll do topics on just all kinds of stuff, guys. Which is cool. I do that every Thursday at 7 o'clock. And then also I try to pump out as much content as I can on my channel as I'm growing along. I'm trying to do, I got my STS episodes, I got my DWC, and then I got my unknown autoflower, my little one growing in my 2x2 tent in the back corner there, getting big. And then I got 2 more autoflowers growing out there. I got some blackberry moon rocks and gorilla cookies growing. And so as they get bigger and there's more to show, I'll definitely have more content on my channel for that. So I'm just trying to stay relevant and stuff like that. Keep posting and just trying to stay in there so I can get more people. Yeah, definitely share my channel. Tell people to subscribe. I do usually I'll do 1 live, a giveaway, but maybe I'll have to tone it back here in a little while. Like maybe I could do a couple of more lives where I do a giveaway on each one, but then I'll have to spread it out and maybe do I almost forgot, guys. I have a website, ruderalisrex.com. All right, go there. All right, I pick 2 winners a month, and they can win the same thing I'm just giving out right now, a Ruderalis Rex pack. And what I'm doing there is I'm giving people a chance if they're broke. Sometimes people are broke and they don't have any money, but they want seeds and they want to grow. I give people a chance to go and win. So you just go to ruderalisrex.com and enter. You go enter in for the giveaway for the seeds, and just enter in, and then I'll do a drawing. I pick 2 winners a month, and from there, from my website, I pick 2 winners a month, and then I also do my giveaways and stuff that I do on my lives. And stuff. I'll have different giveaways too, guys. So pretty soon I'll have some, and then I'll have some beanies coming out. But it's not gonna have this logo right behind me. I actually made a merch logo. It looks pretty badass, I think. It's got 2 R's, and I'll show you guys. I'll figure out a way to post it, and I'll show you guys that logo. That's gonna be on the beanies and stuff like that. So I'll have like different stuff in the works. That's not just the Ruderalis Rex pack. It'll be some other stuff, and then I'll have like a grand finale package or something like that, where maybe as I get big, maybe one day I'll give away a DWC 5-gallon bucket kit, a whole setup, or something like that, along the lines of some cool shit like that, guys, to give away. Some cool stuff. I would love to receive some stuff like that, some like free garden tools and stuff like that, or even seeds. Hell yeah, I'm always stoked to get some free seeds. I got a pretty good library right now, collection of seeds, and that's because I'm not sure what's going to happen with this November 29th seed ban. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Um, yeah. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, Monkey Man. Yeah. Um, yeah. I think so. I think I'm trying my hardest to do a great job on my grows and stuff like that. Yep. Hopefully, everyone else will feel the same and come and see me, and then or come and give me some likes on my channel, on my videos. Maybe even subscribe to. Yeah, I think I'm at like 123 subscribers right now. So which is not bad for just starting out. I'm pretty stoked. Now that'd be cool if I had 123 in my live right now. But no worries. It'll grow. I guess it'll grow. Maybe I'll get some more people. Maybe not. I don't know. But as long as I can get a few regulars like you guys, you know what I mean. You guys keep coming back, stuff like that. That'll be awesome. Because then you guys will just probably keep winning a bunch of shit too. so yeah. Yep. That's yeah. So guys, next week, is there anything you guys want me to cover? And any topics or anything like that you guys are interested in? That and I don't mind. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Easy wins. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hell, I don't mind it, guys. I'm doing this because I love the cannabis community, guys, and I just want to get back. I want to grow. I want people to grow with me. I want people to recognize, every time they see me, they'll be like, "Oh, that's Ruderalis Rex." You know what I mean? Because I plan on sticking around. Although YouTube keeps flagging my videos that I'm making as restricted, and it doesn't matter what I title them. I try to come up with some elaborate title, some educational title for it, so it wouldn't pop up as restricted, and it's somehow my videos that keep getting restricted. So I don't know what's going on with that. So I'll try to figure that out because I can only reach so many people on restricted than when it's not restricted. So, yep. Yeah, guys. Yeah, as sleeves, is there anything you want to talk about next week? You want me to talk about? I could do a topic on. Just let me know right here in chat, or Monkey, you let me know too. Is there anything you want to cover, or if you're interested about something, about learning anything, or that I can start my research on it, and then by next Thursday I'll have a lot of information on whatever topic we pick, and that's pretty much how I do it. Yeah, unless I'm already knowledgeable in the topic, then I still do research. I don't think I know everything. That's not don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those guys at all. But definitely will definitely do my research and stuff like that. I was thinking maybe just whatever. I just listen to people while I mess about at home. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. All right. All right, sleeves. I got you. All right. Let's see. So I'm thinking. Well, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do yet for next week, but it'll be something good, guys. I always try to have something a little good, a little scientific, that's in there, into the grow. Yeah, and I think that pretty much wraps it up. Unless there's anything you guys have specific that you want to know about DWC, deep water culture. If you guys have any questions for me, that you would like to know, definitely, yeah, give me a shout out here in chat. Sorry, I had to take a little dabberoo. Whew. All right. Yeah, guys. Took my STS, sounds interesting. NDWC. Yep. Yeah, that's what I did last time, was the STS. Yeah, I talked about the STS spray, the silver thiosulfate, which to be honest with you guys, I'm going to be honest with you right now, it's be stressing out my plant so much that I think it might die. but at the same time, I think it might. I think it might. I don't. It looks like it might be working, guys, but at the same time, I'm like, please don't die before it works. I don't like. That's my luck. It's gonna work, but then the plant's gonna be too sick to do anything. And here, let me come here. I'll show you guys real quick here. Let me come with me. All right. All right. All right. Now, if you guys can see, right in there. See, it's all stressed out. Look at the leaves are all. I don't know. The leaves are all jacked up. But it does look like stuff's happening in the middle here and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, so, yep. Let me put it back on here, guys. Set it back up there. Yeah. Just doxed you? What does that mean? Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. Just doxed you, man. I don't know. They did something. Yeah, I don't know. Streamlabs is tripping, dude. I got to figure out. Oh, is your government? Oh, yeah. No, yeah. That's me, guys. That's my name. Yeah, and I have no issues with putting my name out there like that. I got nothing to hide. Yeah, that's me. And I usually tell on my videos too. If you watch, I'm like, hey, I'm Justin, aka Ruderalis Rex. Just in case if you guys don't want to call me Ruderalis Rex, you don't have to. You can just call me by my first name, Justin, which I don't mind either, guys. I would prefer Ruderalis Rex, just because that's my persona on my channel, and stuff like that. But Justin's fine, guys. I'm not gonna freak out like, oh, you called me by my name. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll eventually, I'm not too tech savvy either, guys, but eventually I'll figure it all out to where that I'll take Streamlabs away where that shit doesn't pop out anymore, and then I can do, I don't know, there's like overlays and all this stuff, and then I can do a better giveaway. Yeah, do better giveaways and stuff like that with more, instead of just doing, like I was gonna straight up just do a, put your name in a hat. And do it that way. Do it old school. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, I mean that's it on my end, guys. I don't want to take any more time of your evening up. I've got. I think I wanted to talk about everything I wanted to about DWC. Now, if you guys had any questions about DWC or anything more, please, you definitely let me know right now. Or if you had any other questions about anything. With my channel or anything about me, or if you anything, guys. If you want to know anything, where I'm from, or anything like that, just you can reach out and just let me know. Shoot out a question, and I'll get back to you. Monkey, don't forget to reach out to me on my email, so let me know. Yep, sleeves. You do the same. Thank you so much for coming out to my live. Thank you so much. I mean it. It means a lot. Monkey, you too. And don't forget to reach out, Monkey, after the stream here, or if you already have, give me an address where I'm sending this to, and I will get it out to you as soon as possible, man. And I'll send you an email back with the tracking number as soon as it's out. So definitely, thanks for showing up. And yeah, and that's gonna be it, guys. All right. Good night, guys, and much love, Gromies.